guys for tuning in. I'm here with the one and only BRUHMANEGOD,
Hello.
the legendary. So one thing I wasn't aware of, a lot of guys knew you from before. Flacco said he knew you from before based off beats. Corp said you like bought a beat from him.
Yeah, I could tell the stories of how I met a lot of people in the group, honestly.
I'm kind of curious how you got hip, how everyone got hip to you.
All right. I guess in terms of like what you're talking about, that just kind of happened in random spurts over the course of the last couple of years. I've been involved in the underground for like a really long time type shit since like 2015.
Yeah.
So I just kind of like have been around for a long time, and I used to put beats up on YouTube, and I guess Flacco downloaded one of my old beats like a hella years ago and fucking made a song on it. That song's not up anymore though. So that's how he knew about me from before. And then Dillinger also found one of my beats on YouTube and made a song on that. And that was a really funny story because Drown Millie put me on to that Dillinger video, like on my beat. And I noticed that the song didn't have credit on it for my fucking beat. So I was like, damn, I'm going to ask him to put credit. So I hit up Dillinger, and this was my first interaction with Dillinger. And I was like, yo, can you put credit on that song? And he was like, oh, yeah, I got you. And then he went and he changed it and he put Prod Brumane the God. And I just thought it was so fucking funny that I didn't ask him to change it, but he ended up doing it anyway. It was cool. In terms of everybody else, I mean, I've just known hella of the members of Spider Gang for years, you know what I mean? I've known Black for, I want to say since like 2016. The first time I talked to him was 2016. I've known Janoskis since 2017. I've known Darky and Cube and Wendigo since like 2018, mid 2018, like right before Spider Gang became a thing, basically. Salsa I've known for years. I actually knew him almost as long as I've known Black and John.
Oh, word.
Because I just like had always seen his beats on YouTube, like because he made hella crazy ass unique shit. And I got tapped in with him and started making hella shit with Salsa like way before. A lot of the people though I just met kind of like through it. The Corpse thing was hilarious. So I was like 16. I bought a fucking beat exclusive off of his track chain, and I thought that because I owned the exclusive rights, I was able to do whatever I wanted with the beat. And he didn't take it off of his track train, and so I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to try to sell it or something on Facebook. And so I tried to sell his beat on Facebook. And then some other person was like tripping on me about it. And he was like, oh, blah, 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 like making hella posts about me and shit. But Corpse didn't even really care like that. And then Corpse was just like, yeah, bro, like it's fine. Just like don't do that again, you know? And I was like, all right, for sure. And then we were just kind of cool after that. Like we started talking on Discord like a year or two later.
That's crazy. So you guys all kind of had interactions with each other like early on before you guys really like locked in.
Yeah, mainly me, honestly. Like I would kind of like am like the branch between a lot of people because like a lot of the other members didn't interact with each other as much and shit. But I just kind of like talk to everybody. You know what I mean? I like to have a lot of friends and shit, you know, at that point in time.
When did you start to get involved with music, period? Because you said you've been involved in the underground scene for a while as far as producing goes. When did you start, like, making beats?
I started making beats properly probably, like, when I was, like, 14.
Properly?
Yeah, like, I mean, I was just fucking around in GarageBand and shit from, like, a hella young age. Like, I was, like, 7 or 8 years old just doing stupid little shit on GarageBand. But I eventually, like, downloaded Logic on my computer and started learning how to make beats when I was 14.
Were you just putting them online, or do you have a direction you wanted to go with it?
I mean, at first I was just kind of like testing shit out. I don't know. I just like was hella interested in like being a musician and shit for a really long time, and I was always trying to do it, and I just kind of like started, you know, and just learned shit by myself. I had hella friends and shit that I made along the way that I learned a lot of shit from. You know?
Word. So when the whole, I just want to know how the whole Spider Gang thing happened. You're one of the original members of Spider Gang. I kind of am curious, like, how this whole thing started. So you had already known a bunch of them before Spider Gang was a thing. Were you guys already working together? on anything, or you just know each other?
Here and there, we were working on shit. Like, me and Black made hella music before I was in Spider Gang. Me and John made some songs before Spider Gang became a thing. It kind of started when me and this other homie who used to be in Spider Gang met Wendigo. And we like met him at this show that we threw in a garage and shit. And then we met Darky through him. And from there on, we just kind of like all started connecting, you know what I mean? Like, Darky was fucking with Edison and Flacco, so he put them in the group. And like, I was friends with Corpse and John and Black and shit. And so like, we all kind of like joined the group. It kind of like morphed from a bunch of different collectives, honestly. Like, before, like right before this, we made the Spider Gang chat. I had this group called Kult that I still like kind of represent, but it's like more my own thing than anything else, you know what I mean? I don't really like look at it as a collective that much, except for like the people who were there. Like, I still consider them like whatever the fuck that is in my head. It's just some fucking like labeling shit. But it was like me and Black and Darky and Wendigo and some other people that like didn't end up joining Spider Gang, but that just kind of morphed into the original couple members of Spider Gang. And then we added A14 and Sosa and, you know, all that shit.
So you knew Black, Janaskis, had interactions with Corpse and Flacco. And then you said you met Wendigo at like a show you guys threw in a garage.
Yeah.
Was this like Wendigo just at the show, or was Wendigo part of the show? Or?
He was part of the show. We just like knew him through the internet and shit, and it was like right up when I graduated high school, like the year that I graduated high school. And he just pulled up because he went to school in Santa Cruz at the time, which was pretty close by to where I was at. So he just pulled up, and I met him there.
Weird.
And we started making hella shit together.
So you guys all started making music. And then, when did Darky come into the picture?
Basically, fucking the homie who's no longer in Spider Gang, Stoneman, him and Wendigo discovered Darky on Soundcloud. Basically, they were looking for people to work with and shit. And so they just hit him up, and then I ended up hitting him up too and shit, and we all just kind of like linked up. Started going over to Darky's crib back in Long Beach and shit. Which is where we were just at, and just cooked up hella shit like throughout the years. Like, as Spider Gang started to grow, more people started to pull up to that, you know, one location, and we would just do hella shit together all the time.
So, what was your first interaction with Wendigo like? How did you find out about Wendigo?
I found out about Wendigo through the other homie, and I just started talking to him. He actually hit me up a while ago, and fucking bought a feature off of me for like one of his fucking beats. He had this tape called Lunatic Visions with hella different features on it and shit, and so I was on that. And then I met him in person, and then we just started working on a bunch of shit together because I thought that his beats were really dope. And I just thought he was cool, you know. That was kind of it, basically.
So it
was super normal.
So you guys met, you had Wendigo pull up, started fucking with Wendigo. This point, were you already fucking with Corpse, or Corpse hadn't come into the picture yet?
I mean, I was already friends with Corpse at that point, you know what I mean? I was talking to him in the fucking Anti-World Discord server and shit, and we would just chop it up about it.
Had he already moved over here yet?
He was with his family at the time, I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
Okay.
He wasn't in California yet.
And then, so, it was just you, Wendigo, and Black and Janaskis in California at this time?
Well, John was in Texas originally.
Okay.
Black was not in California. I was pretty much the only one in California, besides Wendigo.
And then you guys got in touch with Darky.
Yeah, he was also in California, but I was in Northern California, like in the Bay Area and shit, and then he was in Long Beach, down in LA and shit.
So after you guys got in touch with Darky and you guys started linking up, more and more people started coming to the picture. You guys created Kult?
No, Kult was already a thing. Spider Gang was what like kind of spurred like a bunch of people meeting up and linking up and shit and coming together. We had like a bunch of huge like link ups really early on, you know what I mean? There would be like 10 of us already like just pulling up and hanging out.
So how did Kult come together? Was this just something you decided to start and you started adding people?
I was in fucking high school. It was probably like my sophomore year of high school or some shit. I just wanted to like start something, and so I fucking drew this like little logo on the table at school. It's the same one that I still use, you know what I mean, on my like hoodies and like on my covers and all that shit. But it was never anything too serious. Me and Black were like the main people that in that group. We did everything. Like we fucking always were the ones who dropped songs on the page and shit like that. But nothing too crazy or serious.
So who currently in Spider Gang was in Kult with you?
It was me, Wendigo, Black, and Darky. Okay.
And then when did you guys, the idea of Spider Gang kind of came together?
Well, Wendigo has been in numerous Spider Gangs throughout the years. He just had a lot of friend groups and shit that were all Spider Gang, but then he settled on this being the true Spider Gang. But who knows, like with Wendigo, like maybe there'll be another Spider Gang in like 20 years.
Maybe there's like 20 pockets of like Spider Gangs.
Maybe there's like generations of Spider Gangs to come and we just don't know.
But Wendigo kind of had the idea.
Yeah. He would always say like Spider Way and shit like that. It was like me and my little brother and Wendigo kicking it in the car, like fucking smoking like Dutch guts out of a bong and shit, just gnarly fucking stupid disgusting shit. Like being hella stupid, having fun and shit.
So where were you guys at this point? Were you guys living in that apartment in Long Beach?
I was still living with my family at the time. Like when I met Wendigo, I ended up moving out to that apartment at the end of 2019. Like New Year's was like the first day that I spent. New Year's 2020.
You guys all share with you, Cube, Darky, Corpse.
Yeah.
It's fucking so Spider Gang. What would you say Spider Gang officially was formed? Like mid 2018.
Yeah, I would say like summer of 2018 is kind of when it all started coming together. Because at first it started off like a lot like how Kult did, you know what I mean? Where it was like just like a couple people that we like liked and knew, and we wanted to have a group. So we started. It was like 7 people in Spider Gang originally. It was me, Darky, A14, and Black. We were the only rappers in Spider Gang. And then there was Wendigo, Salsa, and Cubensis.
They were just making beats and everything like that. And then Wendigo now just does whatever the fuck he wants, basically.
Yeah. We all pretty much do whatever the fuck we want. Some people just choose to output it more than others.
Yeah. Got you. Okay. So when did you start to really realize, like, oh shit, like Spider Gang could be like really like a big thing? When did it really hit you this was actually happening?
I don't know. Honestly, probably like last year, like mid last year is kind of when it started making a lot of sense that we were coming up so fucking fast, you know?
Yeah.
I never have really been in a group and then like had any expectations for it or anything, especially not Spider Gang, so it's kind of a tough question, but like I think, I don't know, just over the course of the last year, you know what I mean, is kind of when I've started to feel that more and more. Especially after the show the other night, you know what I mean? Like, that shit was fucking ridiculous.
Definitely. Yeah, that shit was nuts. How you feeling after that?
I'm fucking so tired right now still, and I've gotten hella sleep.
Yeah, I can tell you're tired. I'm tired
exhausted,
too.
Bro. My fucking neck hurts and shit. Yeah. I haven't, like, properly performed since like February of 2020, and it was actually at that same venue I'm pretty sure that I had my last show at, and there was like 70 people there, so.
From 70 to like 500 now. Were you expecting that turnout?
Yeah, I was expecting that turnout. I think that if we had done it at a bigger place, then we would have probably been able to sell more tickets type shit.
Yeah, no, definitely, dude. That line was fucking long as shit.
I was not expecting a lot of the shit that happened there to happen, though. I was not expecting the barricades to get fucking knocked over and put on the stage and shit.
I just looked down. You were trying to clear people off the stage.
Yeah,
as soon as you moved those people,
fuck off, bro. I should have just told the security guards to do it, though, honestly.
No, they weren't doing a good job, bro. Yeah. Because I was over, like, standing on the side, fucking, of all you guys. I forget what I was filming. I forget what song I was filming. The security taps on my shoulders like, you think I should move them? I'm like, you think? You probably should, bro. Like, the stage is full of people who should not be on the stage.
I guess they were just waiting for us to tell them to do it or some shit. I don't know. That shit was funny, though.
I don't know. I don't think security understood. Like, this wasn't just a regular underground rap show. Like, this is a legit show. People are coming out here. Crazy fans are coming out here. Like, bro,
really
I remember
crazy people, bro.
I pulled up to
Super
the
crazy.
venue. I'm driving, like the Uber's driving up alongside. I'm just looking at this line, like just like 3 blocks down. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, you
Dude,
so
we were carrying fucking boxes of merch. It was like me and Eddie and fucking John and Flacco or some shit. I think it might have been Cube. I don't fucking remember. I'm pretty sure it was John. We were just carrying these big ass boxes of merch, and we pull up right around the corner where everybody's standing in line, and we're just like, fuck, and then we just kind of had to like ignore everybody. Yeah, I mean, like I tried my best to ignore everybody, but then like Flacco and Ed like seeing the fans, and then they started walking up to them, being like, ah, and then Flacco and Ed were just like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna talk to them for a couple of seconds. I don't know. We're not used to shit like this, you know what I mean? We never really done it. None of us have done a show that big.
Not at this scale. Definitely not. Bro. That was fucking insane. Like, what do you feel like Spider Gang like embodies? Like, what do you guys feel like you represent like right now in the current like landscape of music?
I don't know. I feel like we just kind of represent like doing whatever the fuck you feel is right. You know what I mean? Like, at least to me, that's what I take away from it. Is like trust like yourself and your gut, and like, you know, be like a good person. You know what I mean? Be like a role model to the best of your abilities, because like none of us are perfect, you know what I mean, but we all try to like encapsulate something that we think will like help somebody, you know, just anybody at that point. That's kind of like what it's trying to do.
Do you guys kind of feel like you're where music is at now? Because like I was just thinking about this the other night, and it's like, what fucking era are we in? Like, the SoundCloud era is over. They don't even know the fuck we're gonna dub this era. Like, I remember when the mixtape era kind of ended, SoundCloud era is begun. SoundCloud era is kind of over now. Now I was like, where the fuck is music at now? And it's like kind of looking at you guys like, okay, this is probably where it's going.
I don't know. I think music at this point is just such a fucking huge melting pot full of shit that it's like never gonna be easy to tell what's gonna last. You know what I mean? There's some music that spans like generations of people like enjoying it and like resonating with it and shit. I wouldn't necessarily say we are where music is at right now, because there's hella different fucking music out there. You know what I mean? Hella different scenes like people don't even like know about and shit. There's a lot of different like niches that people have. It's like it's a complete melting pot. You know, radio rap is still like where it's at. Radio pop, radio rock, all that shit. That's still gonna be the same forever. You know what I mean? That's just how that shit goes. But I think in terms of like underground shit, I think we definitely have a pretty like high stake in all of what's going on. I definitely don't think there's any like shortage of influence that we have on you know, the landscape of shit right now. I know that there's a lot of people who take a lot of inspiration from us, which I think is hella cool. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I like it when people like fucking copy me and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
somebody sounds like you.
I think people get really caught up on like being upset about shit like that, but it's like, nah, bro. Like,
it's
you
like
have to think about it in the long term, bro. Like, think about it in the complete long term. You don't want anybody making music like you when you're dead for like 20 years. You know what I mean? Like,
nah,
just do it for everybody else. You know what I mean? Don't do it. Stop doing it for yourself, bro. Like, I don't know.
Nah, I feel that 100%. 100%. Fucking, like, I was really thinking about this. I think me and Q Bensis were talking about this. Spider Gang, if you really think about it, you guys are kind of like, because not before 2 nights ago, you guys have never all been in the same room at one time together.
Nope.
So you guys are like the first successful group of artists born strictly on the internet.
Pretty much.
Like,
I don't know.
The only next thing I could think of was like YBN, but that kind of came off Xbox Live and shit.
Yeah.
And that wasn't really like.
It wasn't the same dynamic.
It wasn't really the same dynamic as what you guys have. But you guys are like the first group of successful artists, like, that's purely born off the internet. Like, met each other off the internet. Like,
and that we're all already doing shit.
So it's just, I don't know. That's just wild to think about. That's like historic. Like even if across all genres, like, I can't think of, because the internet's still a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real.
Like, so I can't think of anybody across every genre of music that did this shit before you guys, like, just strictly off the fucking internet.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I never really think about that.
But to recap before we wrap this interview up, because I know we both got places we gotta go. So you were already making music, just because I'm trying to get, and I'm sure everybody else wants to know how we got here still. So I'm just trying to kind of put it in like a timeline in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So you started making music, already had interaction with Flacco Corps, and we're starting already to kind of get your name around the underground as far as the beats. Yeah. So then you had ended up meeting Wendigo through the homie, ended up linking up with Wendigo in California. From there, Wendigo put you on Darky, and then you guys ended up meeting with Darky, formed Kult, then eventually formed Spider Gang.
Well, Kult was already formed before
you met Darky.
Before I met Darky or
so
Wendigo.
You guys met. Oh, so you already had that and then added.
Yeah, I had that for like years before
Gotcha.
I met any of them type shit. And then like just to basically like keep a long story short, met up with Darky and then started going over to his house all the time. More members that would be added to Spider Gang started coming over and shit. We all started linking up and made hella music videos, you know what I mean? Bigfoot, like Year of the Cab, all the way up to like fucking, you know, back in Long Beach and the latest shit that you've been seeing. Yeah, we just keep, the web is just growing, you know, that's it, I guess.
What kind of direction do you want to go with in your own music?
I just kind of want to be more inspired, you know what I mean? I want to do things that kind of like impact people a little heavier, and just make sure that I like, you know what I mean? Make sure that sounds hella nice to me, that I wish existed already but doesn't.
Yeah.
To whatever extent that may be. I don't really have any like crazy like superficial goals for the music though. I don't really like care about like making like way too much money. I just want to make enough money off of it to like be able to do other things that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And fucking just like live my life.
Just fucking enjoy your life.
Comfortably, yeah. Just enjoy my fucking life. I don't need a lot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
I don't need a lot.
I feel like you don't seem like a very materialistic person. Like, I know hella people that are just hella materialistic.
Yeah, bro. I mean, there are some things that are fun, you know what I mean? I like buying like the fucking like Shadow backpack and shit. Like, I think that was a good purchase that I made. But like, I'm not like thinking about that shit all the time.
Top 10 purchases.
Top 10 purchases, man. Fuck, I don't even like. There's a lot of food that I've gotten recently that was really good. I got the Shadow backpack. I got the Shadow chain just because, like, fuck it, bro. Like, it was limited. People were going to buy that shit.
Hey, you can't go wrong
and everybody
with it.
kept sending it to me, like, every day. I would always get a random person just trying to send me that Shadow chain. It was hella funny. I guess.
Shit. Fucking, where do you see Spider Gang in the next few years?
I see Spider Gang being fucking huge, honestly. I don't know. We play our cards right. We all kind of continue to grow together type shit. I think it's going to be a really big thing. I think we have something hella like strong in our hands, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we have to be like hella responsible with it at the same time. We can't be fucking around too much. So.
Yeah, you guys, your fans are fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think, like, I've seen diehard fans, but your fans bring it to a whole nother level.
That's what tripped me out the most, honestly, because I've been to a lot of shows where I thought that like what I was seeing was the extent of like that just pure like love and energy like that you're giving towards these people that you don't even know type shit of being those, and just experiencing that shit firsthand really was fucking like surreal. I don't know. It's hard to describe it any other way because I still haven't really like processed that shit fully. I've never done anything like that before.
Like, it's still kind of hard to like fathom that just kind of happened.
Yeah. The only thing that I wish I had done was like enjoy myself a little more because I was up there still like stressing about like getting people off the stage and shit. I was having hella fun and shit, but I was just kind of like not just thinking about like performing the whole time, and I could have been. So something to think about for next time. But it was really fun. It was really lit. It made me happy seeing everybody like go crazy.
It's different seeing it, huh?
Yeah.
Because it's like you know how big you're getting, but like when you actually sit there in front of a group of people, it's like shit. You know what I mean? It's like this is how big we've gotten.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just the fact that like that's just one group of 500. Like there's cities upon cities all over the country that you would do that. You guys would do that exact same fucking thing. And
that's what I've been thinking about the past couple of days too. Is because we got hella shit planned. You know, for the next couple months, we're doing some shit in the East Coast soon. doing some shit in fucking. I'm doing a bunch more shit in California over the next couple months too.
Yeah.
But
bro,
yeah.
your fans are in fucking my inbox. He's like, yo, can you ask them to do this? I'm like, bro.
Like, can you please give them a demand from me?
Yeah.
Just this random person that none of you know.
Like, yeah, I don't know you guys, but sure. Someone commented. I mean, it's gonna be announced probably before after this interview drops. But anyways, even you just said it, so it's whatever. But someone's like, can you tell them to do an East Coast tour? And I responded, I'm like, I know some shit that you guys don't know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean,
we're
still fucking talking about it. Don't get hella excited yet about anything that hasn't happened yet, because you don't know what could possibly happen in the future. So,
but shit, bro, we'll wrap this up. I know you're tired as hell. Fucking.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming through and interviewing me. Though it was cool.
Nah, I appreciate you letting me do it, bro. It's working on this little Spider Gang documentary right now, so. The clips from this are gonna go in there, and it's hella useful. You're like one of the last people I need to talk to as far as just kind of getting the story straight.
Yeah, I'm glad we were able to squeeze that in.
So, yeah, I know it wasn't that long, guys, but you know we've been tired. It's been a long few days for fucking both of us. I've done a lot of interviews, and
there's a bunch of videos that you can go find after this one where I'm talking more. So like I don't even like doing interviews that much, you know what I mean? I just fuck with you, and so that's why I'm enjoying doing this. But it's like,
nah, I feel you.
I really don't like to just sit there and fucking talk about my life, bro. Like, it's just that's just me.
A lot of no, I feel you.
But that's a
you
testament,
letting
though.
me do it, bro. For real.
It's a message to all the people who do this shit for the wrong reasons. I fuck with Bobby D. He do this shit for the right reason. You know what I mean? He just cares about the music. He cares about how everything came to be. You know, he's documenting shit as it's going along. A lot of y'all just care about some like bullshit, bro. You need to stop. Stop it.
A lot of people care about fucking views, bro. A lot of interviewers are fucking terrible. Like, a lot of people do interviews. I'm like, you even care about who you're
I saw that your music video got 100,000 views. How does that make you feel? Like, I don't fucking
or they
give
get
a
the name wrong, or get some shit wrong, and it's like, you even know who you're talking to?
Yeah.
Like, bruh. Like, who's the fucking before you're famous guy? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That fucking guy, bro.
It's like just the epitome of like not like looking at people and not seeing a person. You know what I mean? That's
just
what
like numbers.
That's what a lot of outlets like that exist.
And bro, he gets names wrong all the time. That's why I had to stop watching him. Like, you didn't even say the name right once this whole episode. He said name completely fucking wrong.
It's disrespectful.
Completely disrespectful. Fuck you, Michael McCrew. If you're watching this. You can go fuck yourself.
Fuck you, bro.
Like, go back to Canada and stay there and just like forget you exist. Forget the internet exists. Stay the fuck off it. But I'm gonna tag him. Yeah, you guys cut this clip out and just tag him.
That goes for everybody, bro. Stay the fuck off the internet for a little bit. Watch this interview, but then after that, go and fucking fuck off
outside
and touch grass.
You just go lick grass.
Yeah, go lick grass. Go suck on some grass.
But shit, thank you guys for tuning in. This has been Kult Classic Interview Number. Who the fuck knows? Hit us on the website, KO's Classic Official. Hit us on the gram at KO's Classic Official. And yeah, man. Peace.
Woo!